Ever wondered how to make a delicious shrimp spinach bacon Alfredo at home? Imagine the perfect blend of savory bacon, succulent shrimp, and fresh spinach, all swimming in a luscious Alfredo sauce. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Well, dreams are about to become reality. This isn't just a dish, it's an experience, an adventure for your taste buds. So are you ready to embark on this culinary journey? Well, sit back, relax, and prepare to be enlightened. Scene script. First and foremost, the right ingredients are the key to a perfect shrimp spinach bacon Alfredo. Let's break down what we need for this delightful dish. We start with the star of the show, shrimp. Fresh, succulent, and packed with a subtle sweetness, shrimp adds a delicate yet robust flavor profile. Next, we have spinach. This leafy green is not just a nutritional powerhouse, but also lends a beautiful color contrast to the dish, making it visually appealing. Then comes the bacon. Ah, the smoky, crispy bacon. It imparts a savory depth to the dish, teasing your taste buds with its tantalizing aroma. Moving on to the heart of this recipe, the Alfredo sauce. Made with garlic, butter, heavy cream, and Parmesan cheese, this creamy sauce is the embodiment of comfort food. The garlic gives it a slight kick, the butter adds a velvety texture, the heavy cream makes it rich and indulgent, and the Parmesan cheese brings it all together with its nutty undertones. The garlic is our flavor enhancer, making everything taste more vibrant. Butter brings out the richness in the sauce and gives it a smooth consistency. The heavy cream is our secret to a luxurious, thick sauce, and lastly, the Parmesan cheese, with its salty, nutty flavor, ties everything together. Now that we know what we need, it's time to get cooking. Preparing the ingredients correctly is just as important as having the right ones. Now, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. First off, let's tackle the star of our dish, the shrimp. You'll want to start by rinsing them under cold water. Once they're all clean, it's time to peel and devein them. Hold the shrimp steady, peel off the shell, leaving the tail intact. To devein, make a shallow cut along the back and gently pull out that dark vein. Don't rush this step, take your time. We want our shrimp to be clean and appetizing. Next up, we have our garlic. Fresh garlic really makes a difference in this recipe. Peel off the skin, lay your knife flat on the clove, and give it a good whack. This not only makes it easier to chop, but also releases those aromatic oils. Now chop it up finely. Remember, we're going for small, even pieces so they'll cook uniformly. Moving on to our cheese. We're using Parmesan here, but feel free to substitute with your favorite hard cheese. Now, grating cheese can be a bit of a workout, but trust me, it's worth it. The freshly grated cheese will melt more evenly and give our Alfredo sauce that creamy, dreamy texture we're after. So hold your grater at an angle for stability and push the cheese downward over the grater in a firm, steady stroke. And let's not forget our bacon. We want it chopped into nice bite-sized pieces. It'll render down and give our dish a smoky, savory depth that's hard to resist. Finally, our spinach. Give it a good rinse and pat it dry. We want it clean and crisp before it hits the pan. There you have it, folks. Shrimp, garlic, cheese, bacon, and spinach, all prepped and ready to work their magic. Remember, good cooking is all about patience and attention to detail. And that starts with how we prepare our ingredients. With our ingredients prepared, we can start cooking. Now comes the fun part, cooking our shrimp spinach bacon Alfredo. Let's start with the bacon, the heart of our dish that adds that deep, smoky flavor. We're going to place our bacon strips in a large skillet over medium heat. Be patient here, good things take time. We're aiming for a crispy texture, but be careful not to overdo it. Once we achieve that perfect crunch, we'll set the bacon aside and let it rest on a paper towel-lined plate. Now, in that same skillet, we're going to use the bacon drippings to sauté our shrimp. This infuses the shrimp with that rich, smoky flavor. Place the shrimp in the pan, ensuring not to overcrowd them. We need to give them room to turn that beautiful pink color, which takes about 2 minutes on each side. As they cook, sprinkle in the minced garlic. The aroma of garlic and shrimp sizzling together creates a heavenly scent that fills the kitchen. Once the shrimp are cooked, scoop them out and set them aside with the bacon. Don't worry if some garlic bits remain in the skillet. They'll add extra flavor to our next step. Now, it's time for the spinach. Fresh spinach is key here, as it adds a bright leafy contrast to our hearty dish. Add the spinach into the skillet and watch as it wilts down into silky, tender greens. It might seem like a lot of spinach at first, but it'll shrink down considerably as it cooks. Now that we've got our bacon, shrimp, and spinach ready, it's time to bring them all together with our creamy Alfredo sauce. Pour the sauce into the skillet and stir gently, allowing the flavors to meld together. The heat from the sauce will further wilt the spinach and infuse it with its creamy goodness. Now, bring back the bacon and shrimp and toss them into the skillet, stirring them into the sauce. Watch as the sauce coats every piece of shrimp and every strip of bacon, turning them into creamy, flavorful bites. But we're not done yet. It's time for the cheese. Sprinkle in your shredded Parmesan and watch as it melts into the sauce, creating a thick, rich layer of cheesy goodness. Stir it in, making sure every ingredient gets a good coating of cheese. Take a moment to savor the sight of your creation. The vibrant green spinach, the pink shrimp, the crispy bacon, all enveloped in a creamy, cheesy sauce. The smell alone is enough to make your mouth water. And just like that, our dish is almost ready, but it's not complete without the final touch. A dish isn't truly finished until it's presented beautifully. Now that we've cooked up a storm, it's time to add the final touches to our shrimp spinach bacon Alfredo. These last details are what take a dish from delicious to downright irresistible. First things first, let's talk cheese. We'll be using freshly grated Parmesan. There's something about the way it melts into the hot pasta that's just divine. So go ahead and sprinkle a generous amount of cheese over the dish. Let it melt and mingle with the flavors we've already built up. Next, we're going to add a pop of color and freshness with some finely chopped fresh herbs. Basil and parsley work wonders here. They not only add a vibrant green hue, but also infuse an aromatic essence that complements the creamy Alfredo sauce perfectly. Now, this next step is optional but highly recommended. A light dusting of cracked black pepper on top, it adds a slight kick and enhances the overall flavor profile. As you garnish, remember, the goal is to make the dish look as appetizing as it tastes. You want to create a symphony of colors, textures, and flavors. It's all about balance and harmony. Finally, don't forget to serve it warm. There's something comforting about digging into a hot plate of pasta that's just been cooked to perfection. And there you have it, a perfect shrimp spinach bacon Alfredo that's sure to impress. So, to recap on our culinary journey today, we've whipped up a delectable shrimp spinach bacon Alfredo that is sure to impress even the most discerning foodies. We started off by introducing the fresh ingredients that are key to this dish: succulent shrimp, crispy bacon, fresh spinach, and creamy Alfredo sauce. Each ingredient plays an integral role in creating a symphony of flavors that is simply irresistible. We then moved on to the preparation phase, where we cleaned and deveined the shrimp, chopped the bacon into bite-sized pieces, and washed the spinach. It's important to remember that the quality of your ingredients and the care you take in their preparation can significantly impact the final result. Next, we embarked on the actual cooking process. We began by frying the bacon until it was perfectly crispy, then sautéed the shrimp in the bacon fat for that extra layer of flavor. After that, we wilted the spinach and finally added the Alfredo sauce, allowing all the ingredients to meld together. Finally, we presented our dish, garnished with a sprinkling of Parmesan and a side of garlic bread. The presentation is the final touch that makes the dish not only delicious, but also visually appealing. Thank you for joining in this culinary adventure. Now go ahead and make your very own shrimp spinach bacon Alfredo. Bon appetit!